Mabuhay, this is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea. I'm going to wrap up this 10-part series on unsuccessful people trying to find a wife and why they never move forward. It's about 10 different traits. Today we'll talk about they lack discipline and wrap it up with that. Let me know if you have struggled in some way looking for a woman overseas, if you had to battle yourself or other people with why you would do something like that. If you had to really struggle with the idea of looking for a woman in the Philippines. And there's many reasons why we could be talked out of it, but then we would never find love beyond the sea like I did in 2015. So please subscribe here, leave comments. I make videos like this because I want to help men feel comfortable with going through the process of looking for a wife overseas, especially in staying married to her. That's when it gets tough. That's when the growth really begins, and the fulfillment comes from the surviving of those challenges. It's kind of like no pain, no gain. You go to the gym like I do, and you tear down the muscle fibers, and you have to do that for them to get bigger and stronger. Kind of like that in marriage. You have to be patient, you have to survive. But for some, they're going to lack the discipline to even continue to look for a wife. Let me talk about that briefly here today from this hackspirit.com article. Unsuccessful individuals often lack discipline. They struggle with self-control and consistency, making it challenging for them to stick to their commitments or achieve their goals. This lack of discipline keeps them from making substantial progress in any area of their life. Lack of discipline isn't just about being irresponsible. It's about allowing instant gratification to overshadow long-term success. Regrettably, those who never move forward in life often fail to see this. They continue to live without discipline, never realizing that it's their lack of self-control and consistency that's keeping them from moving forward in life. Lacking discipline, looking for a wife, sticking to goals. Many of us have been looking for a wife for a long time, and that does take discipline to keep going. I hope you'll find some videos here on Love Beyond the Sea that give you some hope that you can find someone. I mean, I'm living proof. Many, many others are too. So you can find a wife overseas. People still do that. And you have to be disciplined, though. You have to keep telling yourself, I need this. This is what I'm going to try. I'm going to do this, that, or the other thing to find someone. Maybe it's go to the Philippines. Well, then you better start making your travel arrangements. Before that, you better discipline yourself to watch as many videos or read as many articles as you can about the Philippines and the culture. You'll have to discipline yourself to not listen to the naysayers that think you're crazy. Don't let that stop you. And if you go online, you may pick one dating site or two or three or four, I don't know. And you're not going to be afraid of spending a lot of time on it. You're not going to be overwhelmed, is what I wanted to say. I must have turned down 200 chat requests in the first week because I wanted to make my list and keep putting down names, and that takes a lot of discipline. I could have done other things, but I said, look, if I'm going to find a wife here, and there's plenty of options it looked like at that time, I need to keep notes. I need to arrange to do video chats with people. Or maybe it's whatever the opposite is, like a messenger, type out a chat, messenger chat or whatever. Or go on camera, that's the best way. But you have to keep disciplined. You have to do that. What I did was I signed up on Christian Filipina on a Saturday morning, and then there were so many people to talk to. I had to quickly take 2 days off work so I could keep hammering away at my list because it was overwhelming. I wasn't expecting that much opportunity. So I made it my second job, okay? It was like my second part-time job to come home from work, get right doing what I had to do, and get back on there and start looking at profiles. I mean, I probably had hundreds, well, no, probably thousands of profiles I looked at, maybe hundreds that I thought, well, maybe there's some potential here. And then, of course, you keep chopping down your list. And if you have a list of 5 or 10, contact them. Keep track of if you've contacted them or if you've reached out, and keep notes on how it went. Try to remember names, family names, where she works, that sort of thing. That takes a little effort, you know, takes some discipline. You have to organize it and keep going. If you don't have great success at first, you have to be disciplined. You have to keep going. Contact more people. Send messages out to, 20 a day minimum. Let me know what your result was. I've talked to some men that they tell me they've contacted thousands of Filipinas before finding one to marry. I didn't contact that many. I probably talked to 4 or 5 before I, settled on focusing on my wife. But so that was good. But even though I hadn't, I'd like to think I would have been disciplined enough to keep going, keep pushing, keep trying. If you don't have success, don't assume that the next one won't be. You've got to keep trying. You've got to be disciplined. Take good notes so when you talk to her, you don't call her the wrong name or mistake her for somebody else. When you have a lot of options, you do need to be more disciplined. So let me know if you've been through this. Maybe you've already looked for a Filipina and it didn't go well and you gave up. Maybe you should start looking again. Maybe you gave up for the time being and it's time to start looking again. Maybe a different dating site. Maybe you need to go out there and wing it for a while, depending on if you have that kind of time. But these, I'll go back and list them here since this is the last one. Habits of unsuccessful people, it says. This can be with dating too. They resist change. They procrastinate regularly. They lack a clear vision. They don't value self-improvement. They avoid taking risks. They blame others for their failures. They surround themselves with negativity. They focus on the problems, not the solutions. They fear criticism. They lack discipline. That's a pretty exhaustive list, I would say, of things that can keep somebody from accomplishing what's important to them. I hope that my videos will help you with this. I don't have to make videos. It hasn't always been easy, but I do have a lot to say, and there's a lot of people that want to be helped. And I know I have helped people. They've been nice enough to write me an email or something and told me how it affected their life. They were about to give up, and they gave a Filipina a chance, and now they're married. I'd like to help more people to do that here with this channel. So leave a comment and subscribe. Lord willing, keep making a lot more videos. Believe me, I've got hundreds left that I would like to make here on Love Beyond the Sea.